Hey guys, it's Donna and I'm back with another video today. Today's my day for videos, and what I'm going to make for you is a recipe that's one of my favorite recipes. I've had it for 30-40 years, and it's for a carrot cake. Now, as I have said before, I am allergic to carrots. So what I am doing is I'm adapting this recipe, and in place of the carrots, I'm using shredded sweet potato. And it just looks just like I've got carrots in there, but it's not. So we're gonna try this recipe today and see how it comes out. And it's basically a one bowl recipe that you can mix it all up in the bowl at the same time. The only thing that you do a little different is you add your eggs one at a time. So we're gonna get started. And let's see how this comes out. First off, I need 2 cups of flour. And normally you bake this in a 9 by 13 pan, but today I'm going to use my bundt pan. And as you can see, I've already got it oiled and floured, so hopefully it'll do just fine in there. Now I need to add 2 cups of pure cane sugar, which I always tell you is the only sugar to use. So I need 2 cups of that. And I love carrot cake, but because of this allergy, I have not had any since before my corn allergy. So this is going to be a unique taste test to let you see how I do it and how it's going to come out. So next, what I want to add is 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to hold it over the sink there because I'm bad about spilling. 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. It's the only spice you put in it. And then 2 teaspoons of pure baking soda. Okay, now I've got my spatula here, and I'm going to start mixing this. Get it all incorporated before I start adding the eggs and the oil. Put the oil in before the eggs, and then you add the eggs one at a time. And I'm throwing flour just like I always do. I've always been a messy cook. So I've got that pretty well incorporated. I'm going to add my oil now. And it's the only liquid you put in it, and I'm using canola oil. I do not use corn oil at all because of my corn allergy. You could use sunflower oil or some other oil that you like to use, as long as it's not corn, because I'm making this corn free. Okay, so I'm getting that mixed in, and it looks kind of cool, just to show you what it looks like when you put the oil in by itself. And once I get that done, then I start adding the eggs. And you use 4 eggs in this recipe. So I'm going to get 1 in there. And get that mixed around pretty good. Then I will add a second one. And this can be a workout for your arm. I was going to use the stand mixer, and then I realized, no, this is just a one bowl. Mix all the ingredients at the same time. So I decided I'd do it this way. And this is a great recipe for if you work and you come home and you're fixing a meal and you want to make a dessert. This is really a good one to do. Okay, that's 2 eggs. Now we'll add the third one. And I always like to get that yolk broke up to get it in there good. And as you can hear, my canner's going in the background. It's still got 37 minutes and then another half hour to an hour of cooling down, and so it depressurizes before I can open it. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone today. Okay, that's the 3rd. Now here's the last egg. Now this old recipe that I have, it came from an Avon women's cookbook. It's called Working Woman. Let me see here if I can show you. The Active Woman's Cookbook. And I've had this thing forever and ever. It's the greatest little recipe book. Like I said, I've had it 30 or 40 years. I got it when it first came out. It has a lot of cool recipes, but the only one I use is this carrot cake. And it's a great recipe. Only I'm going to use sweet potatoes. So we'll have to see how that's going to come out. I'm getting this last egg mixed up in there real well. Because really, you don't want to bake a cake and have bits of egg white in it. You want it to be thoroughly mixed. And I think I'm getting it there. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to add my 3 cups of carrot. Get that mixed in. And I don't know what it is about carrots. And I just got some in my cinnamon. So I get them out real quick. Yeah, okay. But anything that's shredded, like zucchini, carrots, and sweet potatoes, when you add them to a batter, they have so much liquid in them that they actually loosen up the batter even more. That's a lot of sweet potatoes, I'm telling you. I forgot, it's been so long since I've done this recipe, I had forgotten just how many cups you were supposed to use. Okay. Oh, that looks great. Now, the last ingredient I'm adding, now because this is corn-free, there's no vanilla, no anything like that added. Even though the recipe calls for it, I don't use it. It has enough flavor from the cinnamon itself. So the next ingredient and the last ingredient is 1 cup of chopped pecans. And that's optional. If you don't want nuts in yours, you don't have to put them in. I love pecans in this kind of cake. So I'm going to put my chopped pecans in, mix it up, and then we'll get it in the pan. Okay. As you can see, they're already chopped. I don't have to do a thing except measure them and get them in there. Oh yeah, this looks gorgeous. And I gotta adjust the heat again on the pressure canner. It's back up to 15 pounds, and it's only supposed to be on 13, but it never ever stays on 13 pounds. Why, I don't know. It usually is in 14 range. So I guess it's just the way this particular canner is. Okay guys, take a look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? And it looks just like carrots in there, but we know they're not. So I'm going to get my pan here, and we're going to get this all in there. And then I'm going to get it in the oven to bake. Ooh, that is pretty, pretty. I've always done a lot of breads, like banana, zucchini, lemon bread, all those kind of breads. And this is what this cake reminds me of, even though it's a cake. It's not a bread. But it was what I started out doing when I was learning to bake. And it's what we got. Okay. Don't want to leave anything in there if I can avoid it. Get that off of there. Okay. I had a little bit go down the opening in the bundt pan. So, get that off. Put that in there and grab it a clean one. And I'm going to get that off of the edge. Okay. Take a look, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? And I always like to tap it to try to get any air pockets out. Okay, now I'm going to bake this at a 350-degree oven. And it says in the 13 by 9 pan you bake it for 30 minutes. Because this is a bundt pan, I'm going to do it for about 45 minutes. And once it's done, then I'm going to make my cream cheese, whipped cream, frosting, which is, you have to keep it cold. But it has no powdered sugar, which is cornstarch, and it uses pure cane sugar to top this off with. So as soon as this gets done, I will be back and we'll taste the result. See you in a little while. Hey guys, I'm back. And as you can see, this beautiful, beautiful cake, it's all done, and it did take exactly an hour to bake because it was in the bundt pan. So now I'm going to cut a slice of it, and this is the topping I made, which is whipping cream that I have whipped up, and I added 6 tablespoons of sugar, put that in the refrigerator, and then whipped up 1 8-ounce package of Philadelphia cream cheese, and I used 1 cup of pure cane sugar in that. Whipped it really well and then mixed it with the whipped cream. So now I've got a whipped cream frosting, and because it needs chilled, I'm not going to frost the cake. I'm going to top it like you would a topping. So now I'm going to cut this cake, and we're going to see what we got here. It smells delicious. Take a look at that, guys. It is absolutely stunning. So now I'm going to put some of this on top, just a dollop. Now what do you think? Doesn't that look wonderful? So let's give it a taste. You can't even tell it's not carrot cake. It is awesome. So I will leave you the recipe down in the description so that you can try it yourself. And even though if you're not allergic to carrots like I am, it is still corn-free and safe for those of us who are allergic to corn and its derivatives. So give this a try. Leave me a comment and like the video, and then if you haven't subscribed, please do that, and then just hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. So until next time, guys, see you soon. Bye.